quarterback. One of the most dominant players to ever play the position, and he's been in the league since 1998. Peyton Manning.
You get some payload from him.
Remember Lloyd?
Oh yeah.
Peyton Manning under center.
When he had a
First
steal.
down at the
How did
30.
he even afford it?
Manning with
What?
the give.
And Lloyd had a sheet.
Able to get away from
Oh
James
yeah, I remember that. I don't know. He probably took it out of Vic's closet.
Very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
First down at the 43. Scans the field. C.J. Anderson with the catch. Early in this game, Phil, and already on the other side of midfield stripe.
Nice job by the offense here. Good play calling too, Jim. Mixing up the plays. The defense is off guard right now, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Brought down at the 47-yard line. He has blossomed into a big-time receiver in this game. Emmanuel
Tell me if you can hear this.
Well, it's not about just the offense. All the offense gives him those numbers. He has shown wherever he plays, no matter who the coach or the quarterback is, he can get it done.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The Seahawks defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
I'm going to smack your face. Look at your mama so she can come and smack you on the face.
This will bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20. Wilson's heading on to the field. He'll be leading the Seahawks today.
Yeah. Hey George, who was that guy who joined the party? I mean, when I joined the party, there's no just dude.
Oh, that was slam dunk.
The Seahawks go with two tight ends.
That was actually slam dunk that you joined the party. Actually, joined my party.
The slam dunk's too short.
The post route, deep down the field. Going
Remember
towards the
he looked like
goalpost. It's not called enough in this league.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
throw by
that.
the quarterback.
The Super Bowl.
He
It's
does.
as big as it gets. And
Yeah.
just the fan side of you, Phil. What sticks out in your memory bank?
Well, I think the game, one of my favorite games of all time, Jim, when you talk about the Super Bowls, the Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, I love them both. Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, and I remember the Jackie Smith drop in the end zone. Just the emotion that came from him, from all the Cowboys and Roger Staubach. It was an exciting game to watch.
About Russell Wilson,
Hello,
how
fellas.
he was able to extend that play and then finally heave it down the field for the completion.
Yeah, that's the
You
strength
guys
of
know
Russell
Alex
Wilson's
is
game. The
doing
fact
it?
that he can move and he looks to throw it.
Touchdown! That's the first one here at the Super Bowl.
Nothing like scoring first in any game, but when you do it in the Super Bowl, you can just times it by 10 because the pressure builds on. They know they're behind.
The world
They wanna
ended and it was
score
just
some
you and
points,
your brother.
and it just makes it tougher when you get on the board first.
Yeah, probably me.
Would you be
aliens,
like, bruh,
like in Fallout 4.
there's no aliens or mutations.
Knees out to the 20.
Remember on Fallout 4, there's like right after
The Broncos bringing their
there was
offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession.
George.
They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling
George,
out
that's just
process.
a
So
new
they got some
detail.
knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you've got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
I need GTA ASAP.
Player to watch at linebacker today. He'll be in on many tackles.
Oh yeah, all you have to do
He
is
was
just when you
because
if
he
you
had
ever get
great speed
GTA,
in
like
college,
go to
and that
like
speed you see in
online
the
and go to
NFL. He is a
coaches.
tackling machine and a great linebacker.
Manning out of the gun. Makes the catch in open space. That's his first reception today.
Stop, Ali.
You know, we'll throw the football like that down
What
the
did he
field,
do?
you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got the defense guessing.
The Broncos offense is still out there as we get the second quarter underway. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Anderson's tackled down at the 32. And now they'll try over again on second down. Anderson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Got hit on release.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long. And look, there are no miracles in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
that's
So
the
be
party.
smart. If the play
I
is
just
not
don't
there,
know.
don't dump it off and wait for the next
Then
time
show
you
you
get it.
like the party.
How do I like that?
From the 32. That pass was hurried.
Short,
And
short
What?
the party.
On here. It's still early in the second quarter, but this is a different looking defense to my eyes.
Yeah, Jim, I think you're right. I like the way the defense is playing. That was a
Mm,
great job
Madden.
that time, making that 3rd down stop and getting off the field.
He wants to return this one. Stays on his feet. And that's a gain of 9. And Marshawn Lynch heading back onto the field. When they're in front, typically, he's the one leading the charge, but it's sort of been the opposite here so far.
Yeah, I think
And Von Miller has him behind the line of scrimmage.
that's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback, and nowadays you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
What a catch. A foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, taking it all the way home for the touchdown. Their lead grows a little more with that touchdown, and still a long way to go in this half. They may be able to add even more to it before the break.
Jim, I don't see anything that's going to slow them down. Everything they are trying is working. They have been spectacular here so far today, and all I can say to the opponents, you better buckle up. This is going to be tough.
Stephen Hauschka ready for the kickoff. Bolden's taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20. Wright's making his way back onto the field, and there's no question who's been the man in charge out there for this defense as they've built up this lead.
There's nothing like being the man, isn't it? I mean, you can relate to that, I think, because you are the man, Jim. And so, hey, on the defensive side, he is absolutely the man.
Demaryius Thomas is now one of the biggest threats on the outside in the NFL.
Well, what he's turned into, Jim, is a polished wide receiver. I give a lot of credit to the coaches with the Denver Broncos, but let's be honest. Peyton Manning has made Demaryius Thomas a big-time wide receiver.
Second down following that incompletion. Manning from the gun. Easy catch there. No one near him. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
What a terrible job by the defense. That time, nobody even covers the receiver. He is wide open down the field, and, hey, nice job by the quarterback going through his progression. He finds the open guy and gets a touchdown pass.
Offside. Defense.
Players from both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. to the 30. The Seahawks offense is in rhythm. Coming back out for another drive. The last 2 times they've had it, they found the end zone.
Their rhythm, they're making it look easy, Jim. It's like watching you dance. You have such great rhythm. It looks like you're not even working at it. So that's how it looks for this offense here today. That's an excellent job by the quarterback, getting a few yards there with the run. You know, when you play against him, of course, anytime he drops back to pass, you got to be alert for the run.
2nd and 6. Got a big lane. Met by Vaughn Miller. Third down. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the 2nd quarter. And now returning to the field, just 2 minutes to go, and it's a big spot as we've got an offense that would love to increase that lead before the intermission. And they sack the quarterback, and that's a quick series of 3 and out. The offense is back on the field here for this 4th and 5 play. Russell Wilson has it under center. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 35. Stewart's there to make the stop. The Broncos defense has to be demoralized by that 4th down conversion allowed.
I think anytime on the defensive side when you give up a 4th down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now. Lynch is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
2nd and 8. Launching it deep. Makes the play. And in for the touchdown. And that touchdown figures to have them in a very comfortable spot heading into the halftime break.
Ooh, they are feeling good. There's no doubt about that. It's been a show of good offense here so far in the first half. And now what you got to do, halftime comes, you got to go in there and tell yourself to keep this going and keep the pressure on.
Caldwell's got a chance for a return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Broncos offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them the last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum. And when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays.
Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Manning's setting up now in the pistol. And the reception by Anderson. The Broncos decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. Third and a long way to go. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
The Broncos decide to go for a run here on 3rd and long. And look, not second-guessing that play call. Not many in the playbook. In the passing game, they're going to pick up a 1st down. They go with the run. The defense is not fooled. And now they're going to have to punt.
He's got a chance to return this one. Taken down at the 39. That return's good for about 14. The Seahawks have had a great passing attack going today. Wilson's been marching his team up and down the field.
It's been tremendous design by the offensive coaches coming into this game today. They have given their quarterback and wide receivers chances to make plays. Boy, are they taking advantage of it.
One more snap and halftime. First down at the 39. Down the field. And it's swatted away. That'll do it for the first half. We'll be sending you to Larry Ridley back in our studios as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Larry, thanks a lot. Second half just about to get underway here as the special teams are about to head back onto the field. That return's good for about 20. The Seahawks continue to air it out. Wilson's, of course, been at the head of that attack.
Man, what a day he is having, isn't it? When you get open, it doesn't matter if you're wide open or it's a tight window. He is putting the football right on the money. What an impressive display of throwing the football.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Quick drop back. And that's Talib, who almost came away with a pick. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Just a quick drop back. It's Jermaine Kearse coming down with it. That's reception. Number 7 for him. The catches have come in bunches for this wide receiver, Phil.
Good job by this wideout today. He is finding a way to catch the football, but let's also give credit to the offensive line for pass protection and the coaching staff. They have done a tremendous job of coming up with different plays to find different ways for him to catch the football.
Taking another look at the stats here, we have a wide receiver who has put together a complete game, Phil.
It has been a tremendous game, Jim, no doubt about it. Now we understand why guys want to be wide receivers in the NFL instead of running back. So many more ways to get the football and much easier to make plays happen once you get it. Good try. Throw it deep down the field. It's a beautiful throw, but it just goes incomplete.
Lynch is in the backfield. Single back set. Dropping back 3. Reaches out and snatches it.
The old-fashioned way of picking up big yardage is running the fly route on the outside. Show the speed of the receiver and the strength of the quarterback's arm. What a nice completion.
Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. If you make a quick break on the football, hey, you get in a position like this and you can knock it down.
Wilson's gonna scramble.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with a pass, and if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
Trying to beat the play clock. Runs it across for the score. Touchdown. Russell Wilson able to run it in for the touchdown, and he is the perfect embodiment of how you see the quarterback position expanding now into the future.
Yeah, you do, and what I like about him, you know, Russell Wilson is 5'11", and he kind of hides behind those big offensive linemen. He is a sneaky runner, knows how to get it done without getting beat up.
And Daniels has got it. He is tackled at the 40-yard line and a run back of about 11. The Broncos talked things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
Manning set in the pistol. The Broncos from the 37. Third down now. Manning's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
And a flag comes out. We'll see what he can do here. Fights through contact. He's tackled right at the 36.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Can't do that. 15 yards for roughing the kicker.
These special teams, they work on it constantly. Make sure you take the proper angle that gives you a chance to block the football but not rough the kicker. Terrible job that time of the defense.
Peyton Manning incomplete to Demaryius Thomas. And here we have second down. Manning's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Looking at every option. Third down on the way. Manning's alone in the backfield. From the shotgun. Can't hold on here as this goes incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20. When one quarterback plays well and the other doesn't, that can lead to a pretty one-sided affair like we've had here today.
Yeah, it has been one-sided, but look, there's always reasons why a quarterback plays well or doesn't, Jim. It truly is a team game on the offensive side, and the good numbers come from the offensive line that played well, and the bad numbers come from an offensive line that really struggled here today.
He's drilled as he throws. Second down here. Three-step drop. Jumps into the air and pulls it down. 9th catch today so far. This is a wide receiver, Phil, right here, who loves to get his hands on the football.
Yeah, we've talked about him all day long. What else can I say about him except he's great? Jim, that's what he has in common with you.
First down and 10. Wants to go deep. And it's incomplete.
When you see a receiver drop a pass, it does go through the quarterback's mind. Well, he's a good player, and I want to keep his confidence level up, and I want to keep him into the game. So when you get a chance, you throw him another football so he can make that catch and get right back into it.
And the reception by Doug Baldwin. The Seahawks are coming off a big play to end the third, and now they'll try to keep up the momentum as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's the first snap after the big play. Wilson's running away from the pressure. Another touchdown to increase the lead. Phil, we're early in the fourth, and they continue to keep the pedal to the metal.
Oh, absolutely. The offensive coordinator, he wants to pad the stats of his offense. Keep putting up those numbers in total yards and watch them rise in the rankings. And, hey, sometimes you got to do that is do what's good for the offensive coach.
There's a flag out.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The kick goes out of bounds, and that's why the flag came out.
Everything was lined up to make this work. And what do? You kick it out of bounds. Just a mistake you can't make.
First down at the 42. He'll throw it over the middle.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Peyton Manning from the shotgun. And Daniels is going to pull in the bullet pass. Not able to get away from Chancellor.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Manning's completion percentage, 40% on the day.
Just keep playing the game. You're down here near the goal line. You're getting blown out, but keep playing hard. You never know. Next week, you might be in the same situation, and you can draw on this positive reinforcement maybe you get from this next play.
In his hands, complete, touchdown.
Hard to cover these tight ends when they get into the end zone because they're fast, they're nimble, and they're big. So even if you cover them, they push off and get the touchdown catches.
Add the extra point. The kick is good.
Offside. Defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. And the hands team does its job as the onside kick attempt is thwarted. The Seahawks come out for the next possession, having reached the end zone on each of their two previous drives.
Yeah, it's been good stuff to watch, no doubt. You know, the offensive side, the offensive coordinator is right in tune with the quarterback. They're calling exactly the...
He's in for the touchdown, but hold on a minute. There's a flag down. There's a flag away from the football.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
There's a call we don't see all that often. An illegal forward pass.
Yeah, that's right. The quarterback that time was past the line of scrimmage. He lost his judgment where he was at on the football field. I can understand why. Trying to avoid so many hits. Didn't realize he crossed the line of scrimmage. So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
3rd and forever. He's wide open for the grab. That's another reception, giving him 2. The Seahawks are in front thanks to their quarterback. Wilson's had a huge performance in this one.
When you talk about creating opportunities, that's where you have to give credit to the coaching staff. They have helped the players. The play designs have been good, and the players are taking advantage of it.
No stopping him now. That's a touchdown. This game is over.
Oh, listen, it's been over for a while, and I just question, why are you still trying to score? Have a little mercy. I know it's pro football, and I don't usually say this, but the game has been decided. Have some mercy on your opponent and just try to get this game over.
They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Davis has got it. Anderson's the receiver all the way to the right side. First down at the 42. C.J. Anderson with the catch.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
And Irvin's able to read that play and make the hit.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Just 2 minutes left of this one. We're back now for the end of the 4th quarter. Manning out of the gun. Good coverage by Sherman that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. run a double move on the outside against the defensive back because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think they're going to throw it short.
And it falls incomplete.
The Broncos don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
And that punt is going out of bounds. They are not going to allow them to return it. The Seahawks take the field again on offense. They'll be looking for a repeat of their last drive. They came away with a touchdown and really had the defense on its heels.
Well, it's going to be hard to repeat what they just did because it looked so easy and it was well done by their offense. And I think when you talk about situations like this, it really comes down to one thing. Can the offensive line continue to dominate?
With these type of numbers today, this wideout has shown he has the capability to get open.
I think it's an understatement saying he's getting open. Listen, he is a really good player. And what do you do on the offensive side? You just...
Ball is out. They recover their own fumble. Well, the offense lucks out this time as they hold on to the football.
Yeah, I think the word luck is appropriate here, no doubt about it. Bad fumble that time by the offensive player, but at least they were alert enough to get there and get on it and keep.
And that's a touchdown late in this one. My goodness, Phil, there's certainly not a whole lot of sportsmanship down on the field right now.
Yeah, this is getting to a point where even I'm starting to feel bad for the losing team, and maybe it is time to call off the proverbial dog and let this game just finish a little bit more mercifully. So many things you can do from the 2-yard line now in the NFL. All the teams can spread you out. They can run it. The quarterback can keep it. The big plays, the passes, very tough for the defense to stop the 2-point conversion.
Away from the ball, there's a flag down on the field.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Sloppy take here. That kick travels out of bounds. First down at the 46. Looking middle that time, and it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
Manning uncorks a long pass.
In a situation like this, 3rd and long, if you're the defense, catch them by surprise and blitz.
Third and 10. Has the reception all alone. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run. They could have used a few more plays like that much earlier in this ball game. Where has that been all day long, Phil?
Well, listen, Jim, you see plays like that, and you see a drive where they score, and you go, why did they do that earlier? Well, the situation has changed dramatically. It's just not as important to the defense right now, and that's why they drove down the field and scored.
And the tackle's made right around the 32-yard line. The Seahawks are enjoying a dominant time here as they've stretched their lead out with 3 straight scoring drives and showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
As I watch this team, I sure don't see them slowing down. It's just everything they're doing has been right on both sides of the ball. And when it's going like this, take advantage of it and try to keep it going in the right direction.
Lynch is lined up as the single back. The Seahawks from the 37. Jimmy Graham has the catch.
When you play a cover 3 defense, You protect against the deep pass, but the problem is all the underneath stuff is wide open, and the quarterback is taking advantage of that.
Wilson's completed. The Super Bowl has been won by the Seattle Seahawks. The Lombardi Trophy is headed to the Great Northwest. Super Bowl champions. An unbelievable year ending with a great Super Bowl victory.
How do you handle the pressure? They handled it well, and handling that pressure was the difference. That's why they won the game.
The brotherhood will never be stronger than this moment. All the dreams coming out of youth. The emotion of it all, it's almost overwhelming. To realize a dream from the playgrounds, through all the practices, to one day have your hands on the Lombardi Trophy. And now that moment is realized. For the rest of your life, you'll be remembered as a Super Bowl champion. For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports,